Morning everybody, Miss Parker here. I hope everybody's staying healthy and busy. I'm going to be posting some drawing videos so that we can draw along with each other just like we would in art class. Most of the videos will have very simple materials involved since I don't know what materials everybody has available to them, and you can use whatever you've got. You don't have to use the same things that I'm using. I'm so excited to be able to share these videos with you. For today's drawing video, we're going to be doing a continuous line drawing. That means you're going to start drawing a line and not pick up your pencil or marker, crayon, whatever material you are using until you are completely finished with the drawing. Today's drawing is going to be of an owl. It won't look realistic because we're going to have to go over certain lines to complete the drawing, sort of like you have to do if you're drawing on an Etch-a-Sketch. All right, everybody, we're going to do a continuous line drawing. This is going to be a bit of a challenge for most of us because this is not something we're used to, but it will make you a better artist in the long run. Now to do this, you're just gonna need some paper. I used printer paper, and I have a couple sheets stacked up here. For one, because my table is a little bumpy and I didn't want the bumps showing through on the paper, and two, because I'm using a marker similar to a Sharpie marker and I didn't want it to bleed through onto my table. Now you can use a marker for this, any type of marker. It doesn't have to be a Sharpie or a permanent marker. You can use pencil, you could use crayon or colored pencil. Any of those options are available. To make it easier to see, I'm going to use a black marker. Now, once you start drawing, you don't want to pick up your marker. You want to try to keep it on the paper at all times. If you need to, you can always pause the video, rewind it, go back and watch it again. You may want to watch the video all the way through before you start, because once you start, you want to keep the marker on the paper the whole time. I'm going to use my other hand to support the paper, and I want to try to keep my marker moving at all times. If you stop in one spot while you're in pause, it'll bleed through the paper. So for this continuous line drawing, I'm going to hold my paper down here. I'm going to start down here at the lower left-hand corner, and I'm going to draw straight up towards the right-hand corner, curve it around, go over towards the right-hand corner, curve it around, and come back down. Now I want to go over this line a couple times, but not exactly on the same line. I'm going to draw a second line repeating what I just did, but this line might be next to the other line. I'm going to go over it just one more time. You see my paper kind of bubbles a little bit while I'm drawing. That's what the other hand is there for. And then I'm going to come back up here right to this corner where there's a little X, and I want to go down toward the middle of the paper and sort of make a diamond shape. Mine's obviously not perfect. And back up to this corner, and then go over that again. And a third time. This is going to make the beak of our owl. Now come back down to this X, this corner, and now I'm going to make the eye. Now in order to make any shape with continuous line drawing, you have to go back over lines you've already drawn. Now I'm going to trace back over this to get back out of this eye. Kind of gives them a psycho crazy look. Go around to the other side. Sort of reminds me of an Etch-a-Sketch that I had when I was a kid. Colored in dark. Trace back over it. Now, I'm going to, from his beak, make a line going over here. This is where his wings and feathers are going to start. And the other side. You want to try to see a little bit of a gap between these sections. come over a little bit, and now we're gonna start making the feathers. These are just loopy lines. And once I get over here, I'm gonna come down and make another row. Come down, make another row. Keep filling up this side. I'm left-handed, so I know sometimes my hand covers up what I'm drawing. All the way down to the bottom. And now I'm going to kind of use this line, use it to travel over. I've done pretty well. I haven't picked up my marker yet. And now I'm going to start the feathers on this side. It's just a bunch of U shapes being repeated over and over. And I don't even know if my wings are even. I may have more feathers on one side or the other, and that's okay. Now, I want to do a decoration right here. There's a lot of different ways you can do a decoration in order to get back up to the top. I'm going to make a circle and then use my line and make another circle and just kind of make some loops to fill up this space. When I finish, I'll show you another owl that I drew earlier with a different pattern. All the way up to the top. Then use this line to come back up here. And now I'm going to do kind of an up and down wiggle line. You could make it straighter or pointier and do a zigzag line. That's up to you. And once we get over here, guess what? You are finished. Now my hand is pretty tired because it's not used to doing a continuous line drawing. Once you're finished with your owl, then it's time to decorate it. You can use any materials that you have on hand. You can use crayons. I have my set of colored pencils here, and I had to borrow some markers from my son since I left all my markers at school. You can use one of these or all three, that's up to you. Or you can leave it as a black and white drawing. I'm going to, of course, write my name on it. And here's one that I completed earlier. It's supposed to look like a crazy owl drawing. It's not supposed to look realistic. The whole drawing is made by using one line. And then you can color it any colors you want. You can make it look more realistic using actual colors that an owl could be, like blacks and browns, tans and grays. Or you can be as colorful and crazy as you want. When you're finished with this, please take a picture and either email it to me or post it on our team. I can't wait to see your crazy owls. You can pause the video, watch it, and try your owls as many times as you want, but remember, it's supposed to look very unique and different. This is a continuous line drawing.